Okay, today we're going to show you the equipment, our US jetting JETVAC machine with a 4,000 PSI and 18 gallon a minute jetter. What I'm going to do is walk you around the components of our JETVAC machine. One of the things I wanted to go through first is this truck was built on a Freightliner. Now, we do recommend, we can build on any type of truck, but I would recommend a Dodge Ram 5500 or a Ford F550. Cab to axle 120 inches, gross vehicle weight minimum 19.5. Reason being is you can use those for low profile. You can get into parking garages. It's under CDL, so you do not need a CDL permit to drive that truck. And neither with this one. This truck is sitting right at 25,000 GVW, so this would not be CDL either. But this customer elected to have an international. They wanted a little bit bigger truck to get in some rough places or different terrain. So as I'm moving forward, I'm going to go through the unit as it sits today. Starting right in the front of the truck. This is sitting on a 14-foot flatbed, this JETVAC, so you can see it's not that long. You can pretty much get into a lot of good areas with it. 200-gallon water tank comes standard, and everything I'm showing today is standard on the JETVAC truck. Your control panel, which is easy to read, and I'll go through this real quick. It's a basic control panel, and when you start it up, it turns on the fans and the actuators on the engine. And when the panel does come up, it's very simple. You will have your oil pressure, your RPM, your battery, your engine hours, and then you will have your throttle for going up and down to run the engine, and you will have your lights. Strobe light means your backlights on the truck here will come on. So when you're parked on the side of the road and working, so traffic will see you. So these will be your lights as well. This box is attached to a Hatz 72 horsepower diesel engine. We've been using Hatz engines at US Jetting for over 25 plus years. It's a great engine, very dependable. As we move back, the debris tank that this JETVAC is on is 550 gallon debris tank, a little bit less than 3 yards. It's about 80-20 solids to liquids, so it's a nice tank. This tank does have a 40-inch high lift dump, which I'll go through later. You have, very simple, your manual here for dumping for bringing in the water, and we'll show that later when we're vacuuming. All the units come with a 42-inch toolbox, aluminum and powder coated. All of our equipment here is powder coated. And you will see inside that you get your racks as well to put your nozzles on and put any of your equipment you might need to put in here. This comes standard with every one of our units. With every one of the JETVAC units you will get a safety bar. The safety bar, as I'll show you later, as when the tank door is open, you'll be able to put it inside the tank, hold it, so you can do any cleaning or special work inside of the tank if you need to get in there. So it's a safety feature, so the tank will not come down and either close the door on you or hurt you physically. All the truck has DOT regulations. We're affiliated with the National Association of Trailer Manufacturers, so all the DOT guidelines are on this truck as well, from lighting to strip signage, things like that. This unit, as I said earlier, comes with a 4,000 PSI at 18 gallon a minute jetting unit. You can see that we have you get 500 feet of half-inch hose on this jetting unit. With the control panel on the back, you have the e-stop. You have the real speed. Left will be slow, right will be fast. You have your real in and out toggle switch. Water pressure up and down on a toggle switch, and this will be your water on and off. And then you'll have your pressure gauge up here. Very easy to work. Simple toggle switches, very simple to use. You have the US Jetting 4,000 PSI 18 gallon minute pump with our US Jetting head on it. Just like our jetting units, you have your jump jet pulsation system here, which means that you could run up to 1,500 PSI and cavitate the hose if you have a major blockage that you're jetting or you have to get around a hard 90. So what I do is when I'm jetting, is I drop the jetter down to about 1,000 PSI, turn my jump jet on, turn the pressure up to about 1,500, cavitate the hose, bounce through the pipe, break things up as it goes through. I'll walk back over, turn my jump jet off, ready to go to work. You can bring it back up to 4,000 PSI. Have your micron filter here for cleaning. I would recommend doing this once a day. And then you have your drain valves here. Easy way to drain out all the water is take off your filter, open it up, and let the water drain out. We have an air intake blow valve here where you can hook up your air hose and blow out all the excess water in the winter time, so you get no freeze spots between your hose and the plumbing underneath the system. This would be the controls for your tank. This is up and down on your tank, and your door open and close. And this would be your vac pump switch on and off here, on and off. Okay? As we move around to the back, you can see that our JETVAC is set up on a single cam lock system. So as the door opens up, and we'll go through this later, this door will swing open. It's called a free floating door. The door works off its own weight. On our JETVAC on this side, you have your hydraulic tank here. This will hold all your hydraulics. You have your hydraulic meter right here. This is the Robuski RBD 65 blower. This will run up to 912 CFMs. It's a great blower. A lot of the bigger vac trucks have this on right now. It's an oil, I'm going to make these notes. So no oil injection, low maintenance, high performance, no overheating. It's designed to run really, really fast. And it's got twin impeller system in here as well. So this is a great blower, and you'll get to see it when we start cleaning up the water and sucking up the water, how quick it gets the job done. Come back here, we have our battery systems, our tanks for our blowers. This would be your diesel fuel tank right here, which is an 18-gallon diesel fuel tank. All right, what I'm going to do now is we're going to run the jetter. I'm going to show you how to operate the jetter and the hose. I'm going to go ahead and turn the system on. On the master switch, I'm going to turn this on. I'm going to come back here. I'm going to run my reel out. You can see how nice it is. It's coming out right now. I'll show you how to fix the reel. Push it on the ball and you will turn. Nice and easy, clean system how to turn. And then with the reel out. Now that we've got the hose out, even though this is a demonstration on our jetting, you still want to wear safety equipment. As I have on, I have a safety vest and safety gloves. This is made of Dyneema. This will take 7,500 PSI on a swirl and 3,000 straight. So this is great equipment to have, especially when you're jetting. I always recommend to have safety equipment on for your glasses. These are safety eyeglasses already that are mine. Jacket, gloves. Now getting back to the jetting. We'll spin the reel back a little bit so you can see. Your hose is in the pipe. Turn your water on. Turn your pressure up and down. Reel in, reel out. And this will be the speed of your reel when you're rolling. And then your e-stop. Very simple on the jetting part of it. So what I'm going to do is turn the water on and I'm going to run my pressure up. And as you can see, very simple. Pressure's going up. You're ready to go to work and you're jetting. Now if I want more PSI, come over here and throttle up. And right now, we're at 1,800 PSI. Pressure down. See the water stopping at the nozzle, and I'm going to turn it off. You're at 0 PSI. And if for some reason there's an emergency, hit the e-stop. Now, when you hit the e-stop, you have emergency, make sure you pull it back out again. And then come over here, and you'll have to turn your key off to reset everything. Okay? Very simple on the jetting part of this. Okay. Now we're going to do the vacuum application, which is very simple. First I'm going to do is turn my box on, turn the engine on. I will turn the master switch on, and then where it says vacuum pump on and off, I will turn my vacuum pump on. Then I will throttle up to give me a little bit of power to suck in the water, and we'll go forward from there and show you how that works. Okay. Turn my master on, turn my back pump, which you'll hear the blowers turning on right now. Throttle up. That was 375 gallons of water in a matter of minutes. Before we dump the tank, a couple things you want to remember. One, make sure you close your valve so no fluids come out after you clean, because you have to take the hose off. And then two, you want to take your 3-inch vacuum hose off, because this tank is going to lift. Okay? Now, as you're full, you come back here, you've got a couple different options here. You have a sight gauge, you have 2 different sight gauges, so you can see what levels the water's at. You either have water here, or you have water all the way up at the top of the tank. If these sight gauges are full, or halfway, you could do this. You have 2 options here. Water from up here, as you see the water's not that high. Jesse, watch yourself. And then you can unload water from the bottom here as well. Okay. You can let all these fluids out. Now we're going to unload the rest of the debris out of the tank. You want to make sure your master switch is off. Turn your unit back on again. If you keep your RPM slow, the tank will move slower. So I like to bring up my RPM to have the tank go a little bit quicker. So I'll bring my RPMs up. out. Remember, this is a 40-inch high lift, so you can dump into a containment bin. If you're at a job site and you can't get to the area to go, you can dump it into a containment bin and go back up and do your job. Tank up and down, door open and close. Our seals are off the door itself, so no debris can roll on the seals and damage those seals. So we put the seals on the inside of the door. As I said earlier, if you need to work on the tank, this will go in here. Now you can work on the tank safely. Nothing will happen for you if you have to go in there and work on it, or clean if you've got some debris. Key point here when you're dumping, make sure your tank comes all the way down in a level position before you close the door. This is a free floating door. It uses its own weight to close tank. I'm going to close the door. Door is closed, sealed, water is out, tank is down. Make sure you turn your switches off.
So now we're going to show you the jetting package and the gun working, as well as the vacuum, so that you can see if you've got to wash out a manhole and suck up the debris. We're going to show you how you can do both at the same time.
that big piece of plastic.
Okay, you can start vacuuming now.
We just cleaned out a demonstration manhole with leaves, mud, rock, dirt. So now what we're going to do is we're going to empty the tank. Now you have two empty ports here. If you're you've got your sight valves are here, so you can see if the water is at this level or at this level. So if your water is up 3/4 of the way through the tank, you can go ahead and open up your valve here. See, we don't have water up that high, but this is an area to let the water out. Since we know that we don't have water up this high, it's here, so we'll go ahead and open up this valve to release a lot of the fluids before we lift the tank. And you can see we have a lot of gunk in there right now. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and close this up, and we'll go ahead and we'll lift the tank and open the door, and you'll see everything come out. Because most of this is solids. We have a little bit of water in here, but most of it is solid. Muck in there. Now, since the inside of the tank is dirty, you don't want to leave debris in there, so This latch you want to put in, this will help in safety. If somebody has to get in there and clean, the door will not come back on.
Close the lid a little bit. There you go.
What I'm going to do is I'll go ahead and clean out the tank now.